to the root cause of probably the problem, if you say. We'll be talking about the issues in Russia and Ukraine and how it's affecting us. Now, over the weekend, in the past 72 hours as well, we saw videos of some various nationals, especially blacks, who were trying to evacuate Ukraine. Well, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Ghana has been on its end trying to evacuate quite a number of Ghanaians. We have a short clip from the ministry with regards to the numbers of people or Ghanaians that have been evacuated and expected in the country. Let's watch this.
Today, 27th of February, information gathered was that about over 460 students have left Ukraine en route to Poland, Hungary, Romania, Slovakia, and Czech Republic. The students will be received by officials of our diplomatic missions, honorary consuls, and officials of the Students' Union or associations. We are pleased to provide the breakdown of those who have exited Ukraine as follows. 132 have arrived in Bucharest, Romania, and our officer on the ground is preparing tickets for some of them to leave tomorrow to Accra. Reason why I say some of them is because the distance between the holding area and the city itself is, I'm told, over 500 kilometers. Am I correct? And so some of them are on their way to the city. At the moment, he has with him 24 of them who are at the airport, and he's trying to get them on Qatar Airways to Accra. Some are being processed at the holding area, and I'm told about 60 of them are going through border formalities. So they're on the other side of the Ukraine border, going through border formalities to get into Romania. 38, having crossed into Poland, are with our officials. We are currently also making arrangements for those who are willing to be assisted to get on flights. 25 persons en route to Prague from Slovakia were assisted by the honorary consul and will be received on entry by the mission in Prague. 25 just this morning arrived in Hungary and are being sheltered at the Pentecostal Church in Budapest. 85 of our compatriots are being assisted by our embassy in Moscow to cross the border town of Sumy into Russia, which I indicated earlier is creating, I suppose, serious difficulties. The crossing is quite a difficult task at the moment. Our officials from the Moscow embassy are doing all they can to get them to cross so that we can also assist them onto flights to Accra. These numbers are bound to increase in a few days as we observe the team spirit being displayed by our people, our citizens, our students. They are reaching out to each other, setting up group WhatsApp chats, sharing important phone numbers of consular officers and other personalities who could be of assistance, and also the cascading effects of the initiatives. A most gratifying and heartwarming message, such as "we are safe now," I've received several, could not have come at a better time. We hope for better days as the ministry further engages our diplomatic missions and honorary consulates to extend consular assistance to our compatriots. Ghana has also put in place the necessary package to facilitate transportation, accommodation, feeding, medical support, flights, etc., to ease any burden on our people. With all the collaborative efforts, I'm pleased to inform you that a good number, over 220 of our compatriots, have exited Ukraine and should be with us in Ghana soon, and we are earnestly facilitating the safe return of a lot more. Midday,
So that is the Minister for Foreign Affairs, Shirley Ayokoboche, giving us updates on the evacuation processes and the numbers so far gathered. But let's go straight to Hoto Joseph Kwabla, who is currently in Hungary, to give us a quick update on what the situation is there as well with regards to him and others. Good morning, Joseph.
Good morning.
Well, thank you for joining us as well. I'm looking at your face and I see a bit of tiredness and some stress and depression. Tell us, where are you now exactly?
I'm at Hungary, especially Budapest.
Okay, so how did you get there?
In fact, it wasn't easy at all. It wasn't easy. We started the journey from Ukraine. That was Thursday. So we spent 4 days from Ukraine to Hungary, Budapest. You know, when we start from the Ukraine, we reach Ukraine border. That's Ukraine to Hungary border. We thought things would have been easier for us because we had an information that the government is in collaboration with, or they informed them. But unfortunately, when we reached there, they didn't allow us. We have to go back to their train station and go and get a ticket, of which each person will pay 130 hryvnia. After that, before they check our passport, and then they stamp our passport before they allow us. In fact, we reached there 9:15 p.m. We have to stand there without even sitting. Buying a ticket alone took us about 5 hours. Then after the ticket, and then we went to the immigration. After passing the immigration, we stood there. I got the time. We stood there from 10:30 to 11 p.m. We were standing there till the next morning, 6 a.m. before we were able to board the train to Hungary border. And then when we reached the Hungary border, they also checked our passport in a train before we came out. And then the Hungary border, they've given a free ticket, not for Ghanaians alone, all the countries. When you arrive there, they will give you a free ticket to wherever part of the Hungary you want to go. So when you want to go to Budapest, they will give you that free ticket. And then they will also give us pieces of bread with some margarine for us to take.
So currently, where are you lodging? Are you with family? Are you in a hotel?
Yeah, I'm in a hotel. The name of the hotel is Dean's College Hotel. In fact, when we arrive at Ukraine, when we've arrived at the Budapest, now we've arrived at Budapest exactly 1:15 p.m. That is in the afternoon. And then we met the Ghana students, some of the Ghanaian students in Hungary. One guy, he said he's the president of the Ghanaian students in Hungary here. And then they took us to a Pentecost church, which I believe the church belongs to the student. And so when they took us there, they also prayed for us. And then they've given us some biscuit and bread we bring
Joseph,
in the afternoon.
Joseph, let me cut in and ask you this. So you had mentioned earlier on that you had heard from certain sources that there was a Ghanaian, not to say a delegation, but there was someone who was, had given information that Ghana was trying to evacuate its nationals. Let me find out from you, have you had any contact with the person on the ground, or do you know who is handling this coordinating of the people to evacuate, Ghanaians to evacuate Ukraine?
To be frank, this issue, when I heard the issue last night, I was so angry because looking at the situation on the ground now, even some of our leaders there, when you get a free chance before to be able to communicate with your friend or other student, actually, are you safe? But I can't say that somebody is on the ground looking at this situation, leading or giving information. We are all giving. When you heard something, you push it to your friend. If I arrived at Hungary yesterday, before I saw that guy, I even forgot his name because of that. I've become so frustrated. So he said he's the president of a Ghanaian student here. In fact, when I heard the issue or the news, I was so angry. Who can even boldly to say that he or she is the one leading this issue until we reached Hungary yesterday? Even some of our colleagues are on the way, struggling. They have to, some are even calling me, Joseph, some even reach to Poland, but they couldn't go through. They call me, they have to direct them. Some of them, they've arrived at Hungary border right now, and they even call me, have to give them direction. So please, those who are giving wrong info, they should make this thing. We have to make sure our colleagues and friends are safe. Nobody should be giving a false or false information. Please.
Okay, hold on.
I'm so
yes, I can understand.
So about that. You have to make sure our friends and then our brothers are saved. So if you don't have a vivid information, don't put it on air. Nobody should put it on air. I'm stressing on this issue because when I heard the issue yesterday, I was so, I was so angry. I was like, how come? Because from Ukraine to Hungary, it's like, it became like you have to like cry your own cry. Let me put it that way. Because we couldn't find it easy on the way until we reached Hungary yesterday. Before that, we are about 25 students who arrived here. We've been in the Pentecost church for a number of hours before even the church members who move us to, how do you call it, the hotel, the deacon of the church. Those that said they are the people who lead that. They came that they are the student president or whatever.
Joseph,
but
hold on.
A few hours, we've not seen them again.
Yeah, Joseph, hold on for me. Please hold the line for me. Just don't go. We'll still be talking to you on this. I want to get a fair sense of what was happening in Ukraine before you took off as well. But just hold on for me. I have Adib Sani in the studio this morning with me as well, foreign policy and security expert. Adib, welcome to the show. I know you're beat for time, though, but what do you make of the conflicting information that we are picking from, from Joseph, as well as what the Foreign Affairs Ministry is saying?
Well, indeed, it is confusing, but my biggest beef with the Foreign Affairs Ministry is them waiting until things get out of control before they start approaching issues in a knee-jerk manner. Even if our research department, which is the CIA of Ghana under the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, couldn't gather the necessary...
Okay, let me just, I've been informed that just a quick technical hitch there. We'll work on the microphone for shortly for us to hear. But let me just get back to Joseph real quickly. Joseph, are you there with us?
Yes, please.
Okay, Joseph, before you left Ukraine, what was the situation like?
Okay, before I left Ukraine, the situation was so, but like as I said earlier, for me, we slept at the underground, that's the train station, until the thing became so severe, and then we have to run to wherever you have to find our way out from Ukraine. So that's when the journey started.
Okay.
So it fight for, like, cry your own cry. But we are still in communication with each other, like those that you know. It's not we, the student alone. Some of the Ghanaians are also there, they're not the students. But since you get to know the person, you have to get the person's contact and you'll be checking up on him, or if only you get the chance. Because it wasn't easy. Sometimes you even forget about your friend.
Joseph, hold on right there for me again. Adib, so we're saying, we're hearing what Joseph is saying. And Joseph, are you there?
Yes, please.
Yes, thank you very much for holding on with us. Joseph, so now that you find yourself, where you are, who's taking care of you, and what do you think is going to happen to you next? Are you also going to evacuate and possibly come to Ghana?
Yeah, ideally that's my plan. And then now I can boldly say that the Pentecost Church, they are taking care of us now.
The Pentecost Church is taking care of you now?
Yes, please.
In terms of food supplies, accommodation, do you mean you are paying for it? Are they paying for it, or just limited to food supplies?
Oh, they pay for the accommodation and then the food supply yesterday.
So how many days do you have at the hotel?
Currently, I came here yesterday, and then they asked me that when am I leaving. I didn't give them any dates yet. I said they should give me by the close of today, because when I reached the border, everybody was giving 68 days. Sorry, 68 days to stay in Hungary.
So when do you intend to leave? Have you gotten in touch with any Ghanaian on the ground on the evacuation, coordinating the evacuation?
Oh yeah, currently yesterday I was thinking. My plan was I want to book a ticket for myself and then probably come and see my relatives, my family, and my loved one in Ghana, for them to see that God has done it for us. Before I would think of another thing, but as at now, I'm still thinking what steps should take next.
Don't you think leaving there completely and coming back home in the interim till things die down will be a better option?
Yes, it would be a better option, because I heard, I don't know how true it is, but my school, they said we will be doing online until things have become normal, then we can come back.
Thank you very much, Joseph. Really appreciate your time with us. And please take care of yourself out there. We can't wait to see you back home.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So those were updates there, picking up Joseph's conversation as well, giving us a clear picture of what's happening on the ground as well. And thanks to Adib Sani joining us this morning for our conversations on